¡Wow! ¿Eso qué es? Todo esto se salió de control. No tuve las debidas precauciones. Muestras regadas en el mundo, un meteorito que desconozco el paradero y cosas creciendo. Creciendo en mi estanque, creciendo en la pecera. K25 ya usted sabe dónde está. Lo hice público y tiene que estar clarito que está ahí. Si alguien pregunta dónde está K25, ustedes ya saben porque yo se lo hice saber.
In 2025, a Panamanian TikTok user known as Kin Panama uploaded a series of videos that quickly went viral, sparking international debate and fascination. Kin Panama claimed to have discovered a meteorite that had mysteriously landed in his backyard. He named the object K25 and placed it in a glass display case in his home. But this was no ordinary rock. Over the course of several days, the meteorite began exhibiting unusual, plant-like growths that seemed to defy explanation. The first signs were a greenish-yellow gelatinous substance emerging from the rock's surface. Over time, the growth changed color, eventually becoming black sticky and even showing signs of movement. Kin Panama described the object as emitting a strong, burning smell, prompting him to contact a local university for guidance, though no official response was ever reported. Fearing the potential danger, he later transferred the object to a secure safe in his shed.
Con unos cartuchos en la ventana. Y lo que tengo, yo creo que no ha crecido tanto, no permito que haga luz. En esta ventana sí que tuve que poner unos cartuchos. No tengo más cortina. Aquí no puede entrar la luz. Acuérdense que la luz se alimenta de esas cosas que están creciendo. Vamos a pensar que esto nació de un meteorito.
The videos of K25 spread rapidly across social media platforms, drawing millions of views and igniting a wave of speculation. Viewers were captivated by the object's bizarre, symbiote-like appearance, which earned it the nickname Venom, reminiscent of the dark tentacle-like Marvel Comics character. Many speculated that the meteorite might be evidence of extraterrestrial life, while others worried about the ecological risks of keeping it in a private backyard. Despite the excitement, skeptics pointed to a different possibility. Experts suggested that the growth might actually be a fungus, one that eventually develops black tentacle-like structures, which emerge from an egg-like sac and produce a sticky, often foul-smelling growth designed to attract insects and disperse spores. Some online debunkers even argued that parts of the videos could have been staged, possibly using silicone or other materials to simulate movement. The mystery deepened in September 2025, when Kin Panama's original TikTok account was deleted. Speculation ran rampant. Some believed the account was removed because of its immense popularity, while others suspected a carefully planned exit strategy. However, a new account under the same name later appeared, posting over 30 videos showing K25 progressively growing larger and being placed in various scenarios, inside a fish tank exposed to fire and other unusual experiments. These videos reignited interest and keep the debate alive. On June 30th, 2025, Brazilian journalist Lenildo Frazão experienced a chilling and unforgettable moment while covering the disappearance of 13-year-old Raíssa in Bacabal, a city in the state of Maranhão, Brazil. During a live news broadcast, Frazão stood waist-deep in the Mearim River, the same place where Raíssa had last been seen swimming with her friends. His intention was to give viewers a better sense of the river's depth and conditions at the time of her disappearance. However, the segment took a disturbing turn.
Passinho para frente, a água já está praticamente me cobrindo. Então o risco aqui é muito grande, ainda mais para jovens. Não sei se elas sabiam nadar. Olha, andei pouquinho aqui, ó. A água já está acima do meu peito, para você ver a situação. Se eu andar um pouquinho aqui, deixa eu ver aqui. Ó, vou andar mais. Ó a fundura aqui, ó. Ui. Eu acho que tem um negócio aqui no fundo da água. Não, era mole. Será que não é ela não? Hã? Hã? Acho que foi pra aí. Tem certeza? Sabe nadar, menino? Hã? Olha bem aqui. Vem ali, ó. Eu vou lá. Não vou não, tenho medo.
As Frazão carefully moved through the murky water, he suddenly stiffened and says, "It felt like an arm." Startled and visibly shaken, the journalist quickly backed away and informed his crew that he might have felt something beneath the surface. The live broadcast was promptly cut short, and local authorities, including firefighters and divers, were immediately notified to investigate the area. Shortly after, the search team recovered a body from the exact spot where Frazão had been standing. It was soon confirmed to be Raíssa, and her tragic death was determined to be the result of accidental drowning. The post-mortem examination found no signs of violence or foul play, ruling out homicide or other external causes. Despite these findings, the unusual circumstances of the discovery have fueled intense speculation online. One prominent theory circulating on social media claims that the moment may have been staged for dramatic effect. Some users argue that Frazão or his news outlet could have already known the body's location, or at least suspected it, before the broadcast. According to this theory, the reporter entered the water deliberately to create a viral, emotionally charged scene that would attract attention and engagement. A more specific version of this theory suggests that locals or rescuers might have already located the body earlier, and that the live segment was orchestrated to capture the discovery on camera. Supporters of this idea question how likely it is that the reporter could have accidentally stepped on or near the exact location of the missing girl's remains purely by coincidence. However, there is no credible evidence or official investigation supporting these claims. Authorities have not reported any indication of manipulation, staging, or prior knowledge. Frazão himself has maintained that he was completely unaware of the body's presence, and that his reaction on camera was one of genuine shock. While many believe the timing was an uncanny stroke of fate, others remain unconvinced, arguing that the moment seemed too perfectly timed to be real. What do you think? Was it an extraordinary coincidence, or could the broadcast have been staged for dramatic impact? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Jeffrey Epstein was an American financier who was convicted of crimes involving the exploitation of minors. He was best known for operating a large trafficking network that targeted underage girls. Using his wealth, influence, and private properties, including homes in New York, Florida, and a private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Epstein recruited and manipulated young victims, often with the help of others. His connections to powerful figures in politics, business, and entertainment drew massive public attention. In 2008, he was convicted of offenses involving a minor. In July 2019, he was arrested again on federal charges, but a month later, he was found dead in his jail cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York, with his death officially ruled a self-inflicted act. Over the years, numerous conspiracy theories have emerged surrounding Epstein's death. Some suggest he was murdered to prevent him from revealing the names of powerful individuals involved in his crimes, while others speculate that he faked his death with the help of his influential connections and is living in hiding. These theories gained renewed attention in June 2025, when the FBI released nearly 10 hours of surveillance footage recorded outside Epstein's cell on the day of his death, labeled as raw footage. Forensic analysis of the video revealed discrepancies. Experts determined it had been edited using professional software such as Adobe Premiere Pro, and nearly 3 minutes of footage were missing. This contradicted previous claims that the footage was unaltered. Additionally, a timestamp jump from 11:59 p.m. to 12 a.m. raised further questions about the integrity of the recording. Some theorists argue that the missing footage could have given Epstein enough time to leave the prison undetected. Attorney General Pam Bondi stated that the missing minute was caused by the prison's routine nightly system reset. However, the newly released footage included the previously missing minute, challenging that explanation and fueling further speculation about what really happened in Epstein's final hours. In March 2025, residents of Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, India, were left terrified after a series of unsettling CCTV clips surfaced online, showing a mysterious woman wandering the streets late at night. The footage, captured in neighborhoods such as Raja Mandi and Sona Garden, depicts a woman dressed in a traditional salwar kameez, her face concealed beneath a long, flowing dupatta, which is a traditional accessory with deep cultural roots, symbolizing modesty and respect. She walks barefoot with her feet wrapped in cloth, moving silently through dimly lit streets. In the viral clips, the woman can be seen approaching homes and ringing random doorbells in the middle of the night, only to vanish moments later before anyone answers. Witnesses and viewers alike were disturbed not just by her strange behavior, but by the way animals reacted to her presence. Stray dogs bolting away or howling in distress as she passed by, and even nearby cattle appeared restless, fueling speculation that something far more sinister or supernatural was at play. As the videos spread across social media, they ignited a wave of fear and fascination. Many locals claimed the woman was a ghostly apparition, while others suspected a disturbed or mentally ill person roaming the area. Some viewers also theorized it could be an elaborate prank or viral hoax, but no one could identify who she was or where she went after vanishing on camera. The panic grew to the point that Additional Superintendent of Police, Niranjan Sharma, publicly addressed the phenomenon, stating that law enforcement was actively monitoring the situation and had increased nighttime patrols in the affected neighborhoods. Despite these assurances, no official complaints were ever filed, and police were unable to trace the woman's identity or origin. In the absence of answers, frightened residents began turning to religious rituals for protection. Locals reportedly recited hymns, lit incense, and performed late-night prayers outside their homes, hoping to ward off any evil presence. To this day, no credible explanation or update has surfaced about the woman's identity or motives. Whether she was a victim in distress, a prankster seeking attention, or something truly supernatural remains a chilling mystery that continues to haunt the residents of Gwalior.
lagi, jauh tadi. Jauh tadi.
ये ना जब तक मेरी चोरी पूरी चक्कर में ना हो।
अपने बगल में ये पकड़ का है, पागल ऐसा है ये देख, ये कह रहे लेडीज है,
नहीं ये ले
पानी वाले का जो बना दे पानी
कपड़ा बंद हो दे, कपड़ा बंद हो ना,
पानी में झूला
ये देख, लेडीज से क्या लो,
नहीं ये ले जेम से वो जेम से बोला थे
आई नगर वैसे ही गाड़ी में गदर पानी गदर उठी थे
लेडीज की चाल तो नहीं दिख रही जेंट्स की।
Sudiksha Kananki was a 20-year-old pre-medical student at the University of Pittsburgh majoring in biology and chemistry. She was born on December 13, 2004 in India and had been a U.S. permanent resident since 2006, living in South Riding, Virginia. In early March 2025, Sudiksha traveled with 5 close friends to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, for a spring break vacation at the Rio Republica Resort. The group arrived on March 3rd and spent the first few days enjoying the resort's beaches, nightlife, and other amenities. The trip was meant to be a fun getaway, but it took a disturbing turn on March 6, 2025. At around 3 a.m., Sudiksha and her friends were at the hotel bar when they met 22-year-old Joshua Stephen Ribe, a college student from Iowa. Surveillance footage captured the group leaving the bar and walking toward the beach at approximately 4:15 a.m., with Sudiksha and Ribe together. By around 5 a.m., her friends returned to the hotel, leaving Sudiksha and Ribe alone on the beach. This was the last time anyone saw her. Ribe later stated that while they were swimming, a wave swept them into the ocean. He claimed he attempted to rescue Sudiksha but lost sight of her and assumed she had left, after which he fell asleep on a beach chair and eventually returned to the hotel alone around 9 a.m. Later that morning, her friends realized Sudiksha had not returned and reported her missing. Intense search efforts continued over the next 2 days, and authorities found her sandals and a sarong on the beach. Joshua Ribe was detained and questioned by Dominican prosecutors about the events, though his account contained inconsistencies, and he refused to answer certain follow-up questions. On March 18, 2025, a Dominican court ruled that Ribe had been unlawfully detained beyond the 48-hour legal limit. He was released from police surveillance, but was initially prohibited from leaving the country. Ribe returned to the United States on March 19, 2025, accompanied by his father. Dominican authorities treated the incident as an accidental drowning, though no body has been recovered, and many observers have expressed skepticism about Ribe's story. As of October 2025, Sudiksha Konanki remains missing. Her parents have requested that she be declared legally dead. Her disappearance has left her family, friends, and the general public with lingering questions about what truly happened that night, and her fate remains a tragic and unresolved mystery.